All right, let's dive into this Web3 and AI stuff. See what's new.
Yeah, always something new.
Always. It feels like every day there's a new headline about some crazy investment or some groundbreaking development. It's hard to keep up.
Definitely, it's a fast-moving space. That's why we're doing this deep dive, right? To try and make sense of it all. We've got articles, market reports, blog posts, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, real mixed bag. So where do we even begin? Look, something caught my eye from Web3 Wire. It's about meme coins. You know, those cryptocurrencies that start as jokes?
Right, like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu.
Exactly. Well, apparently they're projected to have a huge surge in 2025. And get this, there's a possible connection to former President Trump.
Interesting. Meme coins are definitely fascinating. They can be incredibly volatile, but they also demonstrate the power of online communities and how they can drive trends even in the financial world. The fact that Trump might be somehow involved, it really makes you think.
For sure. It's like, are meme coins becoming more mainstream? Are they losing their joke status?
Hard to say, but it's a development worth watching. And speaking of things worth watching, what about this Ethereum Foundation news?
Oh, yeah, the Crypto Slate article about them selling 100 ETH. That raised some eyebrows.
Definitely. The Ethereum Foundation, they're a major player in the blockchain world, so their actions are closely scrutinized. This sale sparked a lot of debate. Some people see it as a strategic move to diversify their holdings, maybe fund new projects.
Others think it's a sign that even they're not so sure about ETH's future.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation going around, but what Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum, had to say about it, that's really interesting. We'll have to dig into that more later. Switching gears now, though, this Dapfort blog post about secure crypto wallets caught my attention. It talks about using a MetaMask clone script to build your own wallet. Ah, yes, MetaMask. That's a very popular browser extension for interacting with decentralized applications, DApps. It's like your passport to the Web3 world.
Makes sense. But why would you need to build your own version using a clone script?
Well, security is a big concern in the crypto space, right? There are always stories about hacks and scams. Building your own wallet using a clone script allows you to potentially enhance the security features, give users more control over their assets.
So it's like a custom-built security system for your crypto.
Exactly. And it highlights a crucial point. As crypto adoption grows, having a secure wallet is absolutely essential. It's your responsibility to protect your digital assets.
Couldn't agree more. And while we're talking about growth, let's move on to these investments. Web3 Wire reported on Bitchit, a crypto exchange, investing $5 million into Jambo.
What is Jambo? They're building a decentralized mobile network. Basically, they want to create a more open and accessible communication system free from the control of traditional telecom companies.
Sounds ambitious. Decentralizing mobile networks, that could be huge.
It could. And then you have Spain. Web3 O'Clock highlighted their massive investment of $150 million to boost AI adoption in businesses across the country.
Wow, $150 million. That's a serious commitment. Governments getting involved like that, it shows that they're starting to take AI very seriously.
They're recognizing its potential to transform industries, drive economic growth.
It's not just hype anymore. AI is becoming a real force to be reckoned with.
It is, and we're seeing that reflected in these market reports.
Yeah, I've got a whole stack of them here from Web3 Wire. They're predicting crazy growth in all sorts of AI-related sectors. Femtocell technology, advanced distribution management systems, mobile money platforms.
AI-powered servers, website accessibility software, it's mind-boggling.
And it seems like AI is going to touch almost every aspect of our lives.
That's the thing about AI, it's so versatile. It's all about using its power to analyze data, identify patterns, and make predictions to improve processes, personalize experiences, even solve really complex problems. The applications are practically endless.
And we're not just talking about some far-off future. This is happening now. Companies are already integrating AI into their operations, like Forvis Mazars US. They're a major accounting and consulting firm. Web3 Wire reported that they've started using Dayshape.
Dayshape?
Yeah, it's an AI-powered platform for resource management. Things like scheduling, project allocation, capacity planning, all that stuff.
Ah, so it's helping them streamline their operations, work more efficiently.
Exactly. And then there's LoanLogix. They specialize in mortgage processing. They've launched loan beam process automation.
Okay, so AI is coming for the mortgage industry now.
Seems like it. This AI solution is supposed to make mortgage approvals much faster and more efficient.
I can see how that would be a huge benefit. The mortgage industry is notorious for its slow and complicated processes.
Right. So all of this points to a future where Web3 and AI are playing a major role. But what does it all mean for us? for the average person?
That's the question, isn't it? It's exciting to see all these advancements, but we need to think about the impact they have on individuals and society as a whole.
How will these technologies change our lives, our jobs, our interactions with the world?
There are a lot of things to consider.
Yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, to be honest. On the one hand, Web3 and AI have the potential to create new opportunities, improve efficiency, maybe even solve some of the world's biggest problems.
Like climate change, social inequality, access to healthcare and education. AI and blockchain could play a part in addressing those issues.
It's mind-blowing to think about. We're not just talking about making things a bit faster or easier. We're talking about potentially transforming entire systems, creating a more equitable and sustainable future.
And that's why everyone's individual curiosity and engagement are so important. Your unique perspective, your passions, your willingness to explore, those could lead to the next breakthrough.
It's not just about the big companies and governments, it's about all of us.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but it's important to step back and think about the potential consequences, both good and bad.
It's a balancing act. We need to embrace the possibilities, but also be aware of the risks.
Exactly. We need to approach these technologies with enthusiasm and critical thinking. Ask the tough questions, challenge assumptions, and ensure that these advancements are used responsibly and ethically.
It feels like we're at a crossroads. There are incredible opportunities ahead, but also some big questions that need answering.
And that's exactly why this deep dive is so important. We're not just here to report on the latest developments, we're here to encourage you to think critically about how these technologies might affect your life and the world around you.
Don't just be a passive observer in this technological revolution. Be an active participant.
Find that thing that makes you go, wow, what if? And then dive in.
The future of Web3 and AI, it's not predetermined. It's being shaped right now, and your voice matters.
So what will your contribution be? That's something to ponder, even after this deep dive ends.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep learning, keep asking those tough questions, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's not just private companies. Governments are starting to realize the potential of these technologies too. Like Spain investing all that money, it shows they see AI as a key driver of economic growth.
Yeah, it's a sign of the times. And speaking of signs, all these market reports we have here from Web3 Wire, they're painting a pretty interesting picture of the future.
They are. A lot of these reports are predicting major growth in different AI sectors over the next few years.
Like what kind of sectors?
Well, there's femtocell technology, for one. That's the stuff that boosts mobile network capacity.
Okay, so faster internet on our phones.
Exactly. And then there are these advanced distribution management systems. They're all about optimizing energy grids, making them more efficient.
Oh, so AI for a greener energy future.
You got it. The reports also mention a lot of buzz around mobile money platforms, AI-powered servers, and even website accessibility software. It's amazing how AI is finding its way into so many different areas.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
So what's driving all this growth? Why are these sectors expected to boom like this?
Well, at the core of it all is AI's ability to analyze massive amounts of data. It can identify patterns and make predictions that humans just can't do on the same scale.
So it's all about using AI to improve efficiency.
That's a big part of it. But it's also about personalizing experiences. Think about those recommendations you get on Spotify or Netflix. That's AI at work, tailoring the content to your specific tastes.
Ah, I see. So it's not just about making things faster or cheaper, it's about making them better suited to each individual.
Exactly. And then there's the potential for AI to solve really complex problems, things that have stumped humans for years. There are researchers using AI to develop new drugs and treatments, to model climate change, even to create art and music.
It's like AI is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in so many different fields.
It is. And it's not just some far-off future either. We're seeing real companies using AI right now to improve their operations. Like that example we talked about earlier, Forvis Mazars US using Dayshape for resource management.
Right. And then there was LoanLogix using AI to streamline mortgage approvals.
Those are just two examples, but there are countless others out there. Companies are realizing that AI can give them a competitive edge. It can help them work smarter, not harder.
So we've talked a lot about the potential benefits of AI, but what about the other side of the coin? Are there any risks or downsides we should be aware of?
Oh, absolutely. No technology comes without its risks. And with AI, there are some serious ethical and societal implications we need to consider.
Like what?
Well, One of the biggest concerns is job displacement. As AI becomes more sophisticated, it's able to automate more tasks that were previously done by humans. This could lead to widespread job losses, particularly in industries that rely heavily on routine or manual labor.
That's a scary thought. What about the people who lose their jobs to AI? What happens to them?
That's a question we need to address as a society. We need to think about retraining programs, social safety nets, and other ways to support people who are displaced by automation. We can't just leave them behind.
And what about the potential for AI to be used for harmful purposes? I mean, we've all seen those sci-fi movies where robots take over the world. Is that something we need to worry about?
It's definitely something we need to be cautious about. AI is a powerful tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for evil. It's important to have safeguards in place to prevent AI from being used for malicious purposes. Things like ethical guidelines for AI development, regulations on how AI can be used, and transparency around how AI systems work. We need to make sure that AI is used responsibly and ethically.
So it's not just about embracing the potential of AI, it's about ensuring that it's used for the benefit of humanity, not to our detriment.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between innovation and responsibility.
Which can be tricky.
It can be, but it's a challenge we need to face head-on. The future of AI depends on it.
Well said. It's a lot to think about. All these possibilities, all these potential risks, it's a bit overwhelming.
It is. But that's what makes this such an exciting time to be alive. We're at the forefront of a technological revolution. The choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow.
So how do we make sure we're making the right choices? How do we ensure that AI is used for good?
I think it starts with education. The more people understand about AI, the better equipped they'll be to make informed decisions about its use. We need to demystify AI, to break it down and make it accessible to everyone, not just the experts.
Yeah, it can't just be a conversation happening in Silicon Valley or in academic circles.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be involved.
Exactly. And it's not just about technical understanding. It's about having conversations about the ethical and societal implications of AI. What values do we want to embed in AI systems? How do we ensure that AI is fair and unbiased? These are questions that everyone needs to be thinking about.
So it's not just about building better algorithms. It's about building a better future with AI.
Precisely. And that requires a collective effort. We need researchers, developers, policymakers, business leaders, and everyday citizens all working together to create a future where AI benefits everyone. We need to think about the big challenges we face today, like climate change, social inequality, access to healthcare and education. Could Web3 or AI help us tackle those issues?
Yeah, that's what's so fascinating about all of this. We're not just talking about making things faster or cheaper. We're talking about potentially changing entire systems, creating a more equitable and sustainable future. That's pretty powerful.
It is, and that's where you come in. Your curiosity, your passions, your willingness to explore, that's what could lead to the next breakthrough.
So it's not just about the big tech companies or the governments. It's about all of us.
Absolutely. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of these technologies.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from all of this?
Don't just sit back and watch this happen. Be an active participant. Find something in Web3 or AI that excites you, that makes you think, wow, what if? And then go after it.
Don't be afraid to dive in and get your hands dirty.
Exactly. The future is being shaped right now, and your voice matters. Your ideas, your perspectives, your contributions, they all matter.
So what will your contribution be? What will you do to shape the future of Web3 and AI? That's something to think about, even after this deep dive ends.
Thanks for joining us on this journey. It's been a fascinating exploration.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep pushing those boundaries.